pictures tell the story. This life had many shades. I'd wake up every morning and before I'd start each day, I'd take a drag from last night's cigarette that smoldered in its tray. Down a little something, then be on my way.
What up? What up? How's everybody doing? Hey, you did a great job getting us in there today.
I did it.
You did. I know. It's like technology's following your buddy. All right. This is awesome. Anyway, guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the show to the nobody that's watching us right now.
Wow. Okay. We got one. Look at that.
We got one. There it was.
We got one.
There it was. It's my phone. I'm sure.
That is.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyway, everybody, welcome to the show. It's good seeing all you guys. I'm sorry I've been absent a little bit. Me and John, little John, we've been. What happened?
I said we got two viewers.
Oh, three.
I said you
There's
got
three.
two. Yeah, okay, there's three.
Look, he's growing.
It's gonna go back down to two in a second. Keep going.
Anyway, so Lil John and I've been doing some training for this veterans group that we're gonna lead up at Belmont for student veterans. So we've been doing it via Zoom and quite honestly in a form like this, but without I don't know all the cool stuff of being able to talk about alcohol and stuff. But anyway, guys, so I've missed maybe some of you, not David, but the rest of you guys for sure. So how's everybody doing?
Fantastic, sir.
Yeah, doing well.
I was about to say I can't go first. Obviously, I'm the only one not welcome.
You're welcome.
Chuck, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Tonight I'm drinking Fortuna. It's probably hard to see, but
yeah, it's a little washed.
Yeah, it's got that iridescence to it. But yeah, it's Fortuna Sour Mash. It's from the Rare Character Company. And this is like basically a collab with they got together with the son of the Heaven Hill family and created this. So it's a Heaven Hill product. It's a 6 or 7 year, I believe. I think it's a 6 year. And it's really good. I mean, it's got a bit of like a red the red peanut shells, the red skins on the peanuts. To start you off, and then it goes off to like a caramel apple with a lemon to it.
Nice.
A nice, it's a real nice lemon. And then as far as the taste goes, right off the bat, you get that peanutty, that Heaven Hill signature peanut. Along with a little green apple. And then I get lemon heads, the candy.
Oh, man, I hadn't heard. That's a throwback right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a good candy. It's a good, that's.
So like on the finish, you get a real nice, like a rye spice, little caramel. But the finish is really long on this one. I really enjoy this one. For the price point, it's $73.99, I think, is the price point that this one came in at. And yeah, it's worth the price, definitely. As you can see, the bottle's right at that point already. So yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, seriously.
And I just picked it up yesterday.
I picked it up 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it immensely.
But I shared it with a few friends too. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, so I haven't talked to Cafe 305 in a long time. So Billy, how you doing, man?
Billy,
I am doing well, fellas. Down here, just at the little farmers market. Me and my wife getting it in. Been busy as hell.
Is that the hot woman over your shoulder?
That's her.
Yeah, there she is.
So no, everything's been good. Just been really busy. We got discovered by Whole Foods, so that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna probably be more than I can handle. So, Can't be mad about that, right?
For sure, for sure. Good for you, man.
Yeah. Other than that, everything's been good. No complaints. Miss you guys though, but hey, business is business, right?
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Sure.
I dig
Nice.
it. I dig it. So I assume you're not drinking.
Actually, I had a nice drink before I left the house.
Smart man.
So much so the wife had to drive down here.
It's like it's gonna be a long night out here.
So, as of present, no. But earlier today, I did have a good drink. I actually finished off the company, and I popped open the Remus. So yes,
Oof.
yes, I was feeling good.
Very nice. Very nice.
I got to get another bottle of the company because I'm out of the company right now, and that is such a good
Mhm.
bottle.
Delicious
Yeah.
stuff.
And it got a fantastic price point. Now they'll probably do like everybody else and climb.
Oh, of course.
But it is a solid one. Gino, man, how you doing?
Just chilling, man. Just waiting for the weekend. It's been a long week. Entirely too long. But I'm enjoying some Russell's Reserve tonight, 10 year.
Nice.
Lovely.
That's a solid pick, man. The
That
10 years are-
is good stuff. And every time I can find it on the shelf, it comes home with me. I do enjoy this stuff. It comes in at a nice 90 proof. Gets you that nice mellow warm feeling. Doesn't club you over the top of the head with the ethanol. It's got the caramel notes, the vanilla notes, and it's just, when I pull the cork on this, I'm sitting back, my feet are going up, I'm relaxing, and it's the beautiful end of the day.
Yep, I dig it. I dig it. All right, so Rob, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the show, or welcome to the show, and welcome me back to the show.
Yeah, welcome you ass back.
I was here last week. I was off a few weeks prior, but I was here last week for the first
Well, it's
time.
been a while
few
since I've
weeks.
seen you. How about that?
Yeah, it has been. It has been. I've been told the boys last week. Been traveling a shit ton.
That's what John's doing all the time, man. Little John is traveling all over the place.
Yeah, 6-7 weeks in a row on the road. So been able to get on last week, and tonight I am enjoying. Getting down towards the end of this bottle. They've got a little Bell Mead Madeira finish.
Yeah, that's a good
Nice.
That is a good one.
It's very good. It's
And it's something you won't find anymore.
one. Right.
I know. That's it's another one of those bottles like we talked about. I am. There's that much left, and I'm savoring it when I can.
Mhm.
Nice.
So I'm getting, for the first time I haven't had this note in a whiskey yet, and I'm getting some sweetened dried cranberry. Definitely get the Madeira on the nose, but on the palate, get sweetened dried cranberry.
Why don't you do us a favor and tell us what Madeira is for those whiskey novelists that's never had anything that's finished in Madeira?
Well, Madeira is just a fortified wine. Port is another version of a fortified wine. Aged in a barrel, so they take the spent barrels, give them back to the bourbon people, and it's just another way of finishing the bourbons. And we talked a little bit last week. I've really been enjoying a lot of finished bourbons.
Nice.
The Madeiras, the Chardonnays, the whole Thomas S. More line with the Cabernets and Merlots, but this one, I've had this on the shelf for about 1.5 years, or almost 2 years now. And I knew I was never going to find it again after they announced what they were doing. So here I am.
But the Nelson Brothers products are good though. I mean, I've had some recently, and it is a solid pick. I just
are they doing the finishes?
They are for some. So like the honey, they're doing that again. They're doing a sherry cast. They're doing what was it? Black mead or something like that that they had before. They just released that one. So,
That sounds good.
it's their first time as their new branding that they released it, and it was, I think it was $175 from the distiller the day of. And since I've been kicked off the secondary pages for not participating as much, I don't know what it's going at in the secondary right now. So, but Dave, what about you, man?
Sure.
What are you drinking?
I am living up to my name tonight. I'm drinking Evan Williams Green Label. This was
Nice.
the shit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with it. The sour mash, the baseline. I do like the bottle and bond better, just because I don't know. There's something about the finish on this one that's just not as good to me. But still not bad. Still a solid pour for like I think $12 or something. Like you can't get mad at it for $12. And I'm not, although it might get mad at me a little bit if I have too many more of them tonight because I started before we. I started when I got home. Basically, that's the kind of week I've had.
Yep.
So.
Cool. Well, I am having the Tumbling Dice. This right here is the store pick and also specific pick by Thomas Kristen from the Nashville Bourbon Barrel Group. And this is the one I made a comment about before. It's a heavy rye taste up front. So even though it's a straight whiskey, bourbon whiskey, is what I should say, is how it's labeled, has all the traditional notes of bourbon on the front end. But you have the heat. What I mean by that strong rye heat from the rye, but you don't have that fruitiness from the rye. But what's funny is the way it finishes like a Dr. Pepper. I think I put that in my my notes before. And by the way, it's obviously a pretty good bottle.
Yeah.
So it's I'm digging it. But now I've had it for about 3 weeks now. So I mean, I guess that's, and the price point on it was about $70, I believe, something like that. So it's solid. It's a good one. And then of course being picked by Thomas, pretty cool as well at Elixir. So it's a good one. I dig it. So let's get to the topic tonight. So apparently they're going to be playing some sports ball this weekend.
We're talking about sports ball. Some people call it the big game. Some people call it the ball that we're not allowed to say because of copyright stuff, even though I definitely just put it in the show description tonight.
The big game? You can't say that?
No, you're supposed to call it the big game. Isn't that the thing? You're not supposed to call it.
You can call it the big game. You can call it.
You can't say Super Bowl?
No.
Oh, well. Edit me out.
I mean, that's why it was funny. It's like we're not allowed to call it Super Bowl. It's like the night knee or something. Like, what happens?
Either way,
commercial fiesta.
Yeah.
So
they're coming after you.
I don't really care. They can
so I asked Chuck if he was
watch our show.
Yeah, right. I was going to say with 3 viewers up. I asked Chuck in the VIP chat, and by the way, if you're not in the VIP chat, you 3 viewers. One of which is Jody's phone, apparently. You need to get in there.
I'm in the VIP chat.
That's good. It's, you know what? Look at that. You're ahead of the game, Jody. Bravo. I asked Chuck what he was doing to prepare. He said, take a big shit. And I said, that's right, because you don't want to miss the commercials, because my understanding is the best part of watching the Super Bowl.
Except last year, I felt the commercials were a little bit lacking last year.
Yeah.
I can see that.
They just weren't. I don't know. They weren't up to the level of previous years. They were just, okay. It wasn't last year or the year before. I mean, there were some really good ones.
What year was the fun halftime show with all like the 90s hip hop stars and that? Like
that was last year.
That was last year? Okay, so I saw that. I couldn't tell you a damn thing about the game though.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I think maybe it's Rihanna this year or something like that.
Rihanna, yeah. Like I keep hearing that name, so and she keeps getting interviewed on Fox Sports, so I would assume that it's her.
Okay, so I don't really. I mean, couldn't tell you one thing she's ever done, so that's not somebody I really pay too much attention to.
Very cute lady.
Well, this wasn't about her looks. I don't know anything.
But that's all right. I can turn the volume down and just watch it. It's all good.
See, Jody, so much time in those liberal institutions. You're all woke and shit now. Okay.
Apparently so. Yeah, people look at
worried about the content of her character, not her looks all of a sudden. What's going on?
Wait a minute.
Where's your pronouns? It's my fault. I uncorked that motherfucker. It's gonna be my fault when this goes really bad.
It's going
Just own it,
sideways.
man. Just own it.
I'm gonna choose not to respond to that.
There you go.
I wanted to say something, but I'm choosing not to. Anyway, back to the big game or whatever they call this foosball and all. Anyway, so it is a big deal here at this house. I mean, I'm going to be watching the game. We have some vested interests. Ethan and Zach are ginormous Eagles fans, and then of course I don't really care who wins. I'm going to pull for the Eagles, but maybe I don't know. But at the same time, I love Juju Smith-Schuster, who is playing for Kansas City because he played at USC, so like I don't really care. And then, but me, the big festivities is I cannot wait to cook. Like I'm super stoked.
Yes.
Like I went and I spent $230 yesterday on that meal, and I got like bags and bags of and plates of like chicken wings, so I can make chicken wings. I've got different sauces for it. I know this is probably killing Billy because I'm out of Cafe 305's original, which I wish I did have, but I did pick up some bourbon flavored ones and stuff of that nature since I haven't got my bourbon flavored barbecue salts yet. He's obviously not listening to us, so I'm in the clear. But anyway,
he's about to drop out of this call. He's like, what?
But I am going to be using like the dipping sauces from Cafe 305 and of course the seasoning, right?
Nice.
Yep.
So I'm super excited about it. And that's my thing. I love to cook. I cannot wait to cook this. I've got I looked up this new recipe on for grilling hot wings on the Blackstone, and it looked like it was so much fun. I just can't wait to do it.
Nice.
So I'll start prepping tomorrow. And that's the big thing for me. I guess the biggest question I would have from you guys in response to that is, what are you going to drink? Like, if you're going to watch the game, what is going to be in your left or right hand?
I'm
You wanna
probably
start?
I have zero desire to watch the NFL. Haven't had it for years, so I'll be scrolling through the TV. Maybe there's a good
Episode
Live.
of Matlock on for you.
on Patrol Live on the Reels Network has become, it's like my favorite go-to show on Friday and Saturday night, man.
Oh, Billy's back. Y'all better chill it out.
He heard what you said too.
Look at him, he smiles like, yeah, I heard that shit.
yeah.
Oh man.
No, I think, I'll watch it. I'm going to watch it primarily for the commercials. I got no vested interest in either one of the teams. I couldn't care less who the hell wins, what goes on.
I just hope it's a good game.
I'm going to watch. Yeah, something will keep your attention level. But yeah, I want to see the commercials.
And both quarterbacks were coached by my coach.
Yeah, but I want
Riley. So
I'd like to see the
down with that too.
commercials. I'm dying to get something cooked. The weather is supposed to be warm, so I'm actually going to have the smoker
it's supposed to be
out.
like 72 degrees.
I'm gonna have the smoker out this weekend, so something is going to get smoked this weekend, and I could is outside smoking
Nice.
in February. Yeah, that's my plans.
You still didn't tell me what you're going to have to drink, though.
I'm probably gonna go light. I'll probably go with probably my Teelings Irish small batch.
Yeah,
It's a nice light pour that I can sit there and sip on most of the day. So yeah, that's probably where I'll end up.
nice.
I'm just gonna watch the game. I'm hoping for a good game, and I'm probably gonna kill the rest of the Eagle Rare and have a cigar. But just a good game is all I'm looking for.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Is it supposed to rain around these parts that weekend?
Sunday I think for us there, Rob.
I think it's supposed to. I'm going to look at the weather here. I don't think it's supposed to rain at all here.
Yeah, I think Sunday, Rob, rain's supposed to move in a little bit, but other than that, it's supposed to be warm. So
Today was really freaking warm.
Oh.
So I got 50 degrees and I don't see any rain, but
No, it's not supposed to rain here until Tuesday.
Cool.
there you go.
So,
50 degrees. I could sit outside and smoke a cigar and
Mm-hmm.
pull something off the bar behind me. I got some new stuff to crack.
Speaking of which, how did you find that dad's hat?
oh, so let me. I'll give you my. Thank you for bringing that up. Give you my feedback on that. I'm not a big rye drinker, so I'll be transparent with that. However, it has a really nice, like one of the things that I liked about it is well, let me put it different. What I normally don't like about a rye is the strong upfront fruits, like much more. Instead of dried fruits, much more alive fruits, like you just picked them, right? And floral taste, all right? That's normally common with younger whiskeys, right? That's what I don't like about it. Typically with rye. What I liked about that one was it didn't have those long sustained, youthful types of fruits. It actually had a nice blend. And I don't know if it's because it's a bottle and bond. That may have a lot to do with it. Maybe someone who's a little bit more educated in dad's hat could probably tell me that, but it had a much more sustained, had a bright up front, like on the first part of the tongue, but when it finishes off, it almost finishes off very much like almost like those remember those little caramel squares that you got back in the day?
Yep.
They were wrapped in that cellophane that take you like 20 minutes to get like unwrapped. It finishes off very, very much like that. I really liked it. I don't know what the price point on this. I don't really know a lot about it, but it was a nice surprise, and I'm very appreciative of it.
Yeah, it's got a very good price point. I don't remember exactly. It's right there in that $50, $60 range. But I started out with the regular dad's hat rye. It was good. I enjoyed that. But when I got the bottled and bond, it was like everything that was in the original dad's hat was just reinforced and emboldened. And it was like, yeah, this is
yeah.
Yeah,
So I dug it, and it was a nice new experience because I didn't, and maybe that's a lot of it. I didn't go in there with high hopes because of it being rye, but I wanted to try it. If that makes any sense. And it's not. I don't want to sit here and tell people that it's like a daily drinker for me, because it's not, because I'm not a rye drinker, right? But I don't think that it has a. I mean, to me, the things that I like about it are the things that are typically are present in a rye that prevents me from liking a rye.
I got you.
Yeah, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to. I enjoy ryes. I don't want to be beaten over the head with the rye flavor.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I don't want to be drinking liquid rye bread.
It didn't have a very full,
and it doesn't have that, and that's one of the things I do like about it. I enjoy that, and he's probably not listening, but it's probably going to find its way to Florida before long, and along with some other things that are going to find their way to Florida. But
I'll hear you loud and clear. I'm listening.
Get his opinion on it too, because I know that gentleman likes to rye.
Sorry, he cocked his head. He's like, "No, I'm listening."
That dog shampoo is going to make it down there.
No, right. Not olive oil.
See, I don't use the term olive oil. I always use dog shampoo and
that comes
dog
from
treats.
Godfather Part 2. Yeah, olive oil makes its way all over the place.
Yeah, but everybody knows that, and that's the reason why I don't do that. Like, who ships that much olive oil?
Who's gonna think
it's canola? It's canola oil.
You know what's funny is though, I was downtown Columbia. Oh, speaking of which, there's this new bar type place in downtown Columbia. It's like a speakeasy like little place. First of all, it's fantastic, and here's one of the other things. They have like this street hot dog thing that they sell in there because supposedly for it to be a bar and stuff, they have to serve so much of it has to be food. Holy hell. I don't even like hot dogs. best freaking street hot dog thing I've ever had in my life. It has sweet onions on it, and that are caramelized, and then it just has a bunch of heaven on it, right? But anyway, so I met the owner down there. He's a veteran. I'm going to actually do a show from there one time with him to help advertise his place for the Whiskey Rebellion as well. So it might become a close fixture if that's anything. But that place is fantastic. But what I was going to say about that is I was walking down where I was going with this prior to getting sidetracked. I was walking down the area right there in front of all the what's that called? The Blue something. That's the antique store and stuff that's down there as well. David, you know what I'm talking about.
I think, but I can't remember.
It's right across from Southern Tray, right?
Yeah, okay, I know where that is.
So anyway, they had olive oil tasting, and I was like, "Huh, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know there was like a such thing as an olive oil tasting."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
But I have been.
Was it really
try
whiskey or?
No, it was really olive oil.
I'm like, yeah, okay. It's a joke, right? It's a metaphor.
Yeah, it's not West Virginian olive oil.
No.
no. Olive oil is kind of like most whiskeys and wines. I mean, each olive oil will have its own kind of varietal flavor to it. It's
little
its
subtle
fruitiness,
differences.
its own acidity to it. It's pretty interesting.
And in France, it's balsamic vinegar, and they do it on a tasting spoon. It's a really big whoop-de-doo, and
I got some of that for Christmas this year.
A good bottle of balsamic can go as much as $100. Easy.
Yeah, I got 2 of those bottles this year for Christmas.
Yep. Good
and
stuff.
I use it with a lot of them. I've been using that with my veggies and then also with my fish products on the Blackstone.
Nice.
Man, you get some work out of that Blackstone.
Well, I have 2 of them. So yeah. So I mean, and I got this new piece to it. Did you see the new piece that where it looks like the L shape in the picture I sent you? Sent you guys?
I'd have to look at it again.
It's a so I have like an island as well now.
Huh?
That's made
You got a whole range, a whole Blackstone range.
Yeah. So it's fantastic. Love it. I will never go back to another type of grilling at all. This Blackstone has sold me forever. That is just it. Definitely after Billy showed me how to make or told me how to make ribs on the Blackstone. Those are the best ribs I've ever had in my life. So,
I don't.
Yeah, he can cook the shit out of some food on that. I can attest to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even when you told me you had a shellfish allergy, and I went ahead and still made food.
You know what? Did I die? No,
you did not die.
I'm still here.
Yeah,
still kicking.
As long as you got the EpiPen, man, you're good.
He didn't have it with him.
I didn't have the EpiPen. I'll just drink more. It'll cancel.
Matter of fact, he didn't even tell me he was allergic to shellfish till I put.
We've had this conversation. I've posted pictures of my face all swelled up after eating 4 shrimp.
You think I look at your Facebook?
It's not the VIP. Which
I don't even look at that half the time. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but there's so much.
There is a lot.
If you post one thing, the next thing you know, that there's like I didn't even know Mark Hill was sending dog shampoo to people, and he apparently sent some.
Yes, he did.
Mm.
And I was like, there was some nice larceny he sent my way. It was a nice box set.
Nice.
See, I didn't even know that was taking place. I think that's awesome. Yeah. And he's an owner of a liquor store down in
Augusta.
Yeah, in Augusta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me the old Ezra 7.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
I picked an old Ezra 7 up when I was in Kentucky 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I got mine from PA. Got a couple bottles, sent one down south, kept one for myself. Good stuff.
Nice. Yeah. So back to the game and all. So yeah, I'm excited about the cooking aspect and of course the adult beverages because I will be having those as well. Mm-hmm. Will I watch the game? Of course, I'll have it on every TV in this home. And of course David's been here and at the bar I have 2 TVs, 2 large TVs, one hanging on the wall and one, right there center court. And so every TV will be on, and then upstairs I'll have it on because I will be cooking outside.
You
So
can hear it. Yeah.
yeah. And probably like I did when everybody was over here for that tasting that time, I will probably have my cell phone sitting out there with it on as well, so I don't ever miss it. So, I mean, I really love football.
Yes.
I don't really care much for the NFL. I'm kind of like Rob in that aspect. I'm just not a big college is where I'm at. But the college season is over and, kind of is what it is. And hockey has not been my best friend this year.
No, we're in that 8 months of darkness right now.
I love
football.
Absolutely love hockey. It's one of my favorites,
Yeah,
right?
But
it's not been a good year. So
the Preds ain't having a good year. The Pens ain't having a good year. I was looking at the standings today, man. The Pens are on the outside looking in right now.
So are the Preds. They're on the outside looking in. They're
damn.
I think they're 6 points out of the wild card and 6 points out of third place in the Central.
Yeah,
which is not saying much for the Central, except for Dallas. Dallas, that team. Oh my God, that is a team right there. And I hate Dallas, but that is a team.
Everything to do with Dallas.
And listen, if nothing at all, it proves to you how big South Florida is into hockey. Because the All-Star game was here, and it was absolutely bananas down here. It was like the goddamn Super Bowl.
Nice.
And then, did you see the public? It was public. I guess a public message. It came out from the government of Arizona. It was telling people not to, apparently in not Pittsburgh, but Pennsylvania, in Philly, it's kind of like a thing to climb the poles, and stuff of that nature. And they were putting it out as make sure no one climbs the cactuses or the cacti, right?
Or let them figure it out.
I mean, that's Darwinism. I'm with you right there.
Well,
the fuck around is human to find out.
The thing about it in Arizona, though, the saguaro cactus, the big cactus, the tall cactus, the traditional one that you think of when you think of cactus, that's protected out there.
It is.
Your ass is going to end up in jail.
Yeah.
Whether you do anything to that at all, they're going to arrest you. You're going to jail.
They're really pretty cacti for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I find them to be
they're beautiful
gorgeous.
in the wet season when they bloom. I mean, they're just beautiful.
And they get ginormous. I have on my Facebook when I was out there for, I guess it was in 2014. I was out there for academic business meetings, and for quite some time I was out there for like 6 weeks, I think, or something like that. And maybe not 6 weeks, it was maybe 4 weeks or something like that. But and they had put me up in a really nice establishment, hotel there. I wouldn't say hotel, it's like a resort place right there close to, is it called La Mesa, I think, right there where next to Arizona State University, right outside Phoenix. Anyway, long story short with it, which obviously was a long story, was there was these giant cacti all over the place. And I was like, wow, they're just gorgeous. And they're all over the place.
Yeah, the giant saguaro,
Yep.
So, but anyway, so they put out that public service announcement and was like, make sure that you don't. And I was like, what kind of jackass climbs a freaking cacti?
Somebody from Philadelphia.
But then they brought that up that it was a thing to climb poles. And I was like, what kind of jackass climbs poles? Like, I've never just looked at a pole and go, I'm going to stand up there because that's going to be better than down here. Like, I don't understand that.
They do strange shit in Philly, man.
Yeah.
But listen, that's the same reason why there's a warning sign on the inside of an oven door telling you not to sit on it.
True that.
Hey,
there's a reason they had to put it on there.
That is why.
It didn't happen for nothing.
That is why there are instructions on a shampoo bottle. People from Philadelphia.
I always thought it was people from West Virginia, but I appreciate you.
No, we figured that out a long time ago. It was all good. Philly, they thought about putting it out in block letters. They thought about putting pictures on it, but
as I like to say,
You little,
You can't-
pamphlet that's like a little pop up and coloring,
You can't fix stupid.
Well, see, I always thought another thing that they always had all the warnings for was for Marines. Marines do some stupid stuff. Like when I was
Marines don't
overseas. No, they don't. And I do believe that they really do like crayons.
Yes.
But
The blue ones.
I don't think they really care. But I remember being over there having to give meetings to like when new Marines to my unit or something like that was with us, telling them not to use because like you had hand sanitize for everything over in the desert, right? So you had to wash your hands and then use hand sanitizer and stuff like that. And then of course people just send everybody hand sanitizer because the water doesn't appear to be the cleanest. That's the reason why we have like literally pallets of water all over the bases and stuff like that. But anyway, my point to that is that every time we'd have a new group of Marines come in and being part of the medical staff, I'd have to tell them, look, you don't use hand sanitizers in your eyes or your junk. All right. Just don't do that.
Or do.
No, because that then occupies my time dealing with some dumb fuckery. I don't want to do that.
Look, we all know you well enough that if that happened, you would say that is a you issue.
No, that is true. Absolutely. And I'm senior enough. I don't really have to deal with them, but it was still like you had to have the talk every time. And you're like,
it's kind of like having the talk with the rookie prep cook. Hey, by the way, after you're done cutting up the fresh jalapenos, make sure you wash your hands really well or use gloves.
See, the gloves.
Don't go touching anything else.
Yeah. So like this weekend when I'm making hot wings, I'm gonna have on latex gloves. Like, yeah, that's not something you go sticking your hands in because once you get all those different, it'll stay with you for. And I like spicy food. That doesn't mean I like it in my eyes.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I don't like it around my penis either. So I mean, there's that, right? So
none of us do.
Or if you're making hot sauce and you use Scotch bonnets and you forget and rub your eyes after you did it.
No.
There's lots of
that's why kitchens get cut eye wash stations.
Yeah.
You guys know better than I do.
Yeah. Or like when you're cutting up, I like cutting up peppers and jalapenos and stuff like that. You have to wear gloves for that too, man. Like otherwise the juices you can't get it out of your hands fast enough.
But I do got a question for Chuck. I think we should start a poll to see how much Blood Oath Pack 9 is going to run us. That's going to be the new poll.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think it's probably going to be another $20 more this year.
At least I would imagine.
Yeah.
I've still never had any Blood Oath before. I had an opportunity to buy, I think it was 6, and I just didn't. I just didn't pull the trigger on it. It wasn't something. Oh, I don't know. This was a while back. This was at Parkways there in Spring Hill. I don't know. I don't know what they wanted for it. It's not. I don't guess it's just been one of those ones I haven't really tried to find. If that makes any sense for me. Now I know that a lot of people love it, and I think that's great, but that's just not one of the ones I've ever cared to look for.
They try to catch it at a tasting.
I got 3
something like
right
that.
there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So Chuck, what else is new in bourbon news? I've been kind of slacking lately. What else is going on?
Oh, let's see. I guess the big one is Michter's Celebrations should be releasing pretty soon. At least it's supposed to be releasing this month. I don't know.
Because that new one that came out is a sour mash.
Is it a sour mash? I thought it was a blend of bourbons up to 30 years, I believe. And I know the MSRP went up on it again. It's now $6,000. But there's like what, 348 bottles, I think, this year. And it's only it only gets released like what, every 3 years.
Is that the 20-year you're talking about?
No, that gets released every year.
Yeah.
That was $1,200 this year. Last year it was $5.
Wow.
So what's it called? The collaboration?
Celebration.
Celebration. Michter's Celebration.
Yeah, I got it.
Last time it was released was 19.
Wow, they have it.
If you're looking at the price, you're probably looking at secondary.
It is secondary, but anyway, it is Sour Mash.
What are they asking for it there? That you're looking at?
40,000.
Yeah, that's about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Sign me up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Play it again, Gino.
But the MSRP on it's going to be $6,000 if you can find
liquor
it.
collectors have it for $9,200. The wooden cork has it for $20,000. Frostbat has it for $24,000, and the whiskey something or another has it for $8,000. It's a pretty box, but I'm not paying that much for that. Nope.
Yeah.
And I don't even like sour mash, so no. Yeah, just not doing it. There would be no way. I mean,
I can't imagine it could be. I can't wrap. We've had this conversation so many times. I cannot wrap my head around the idea that anything would be that good to be for a bottle of whiskey to be that good to be worth what more than an awful lot of people make in a year. Like I just
yeah.
Or a car. Like that's more than my truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have a badass truck.
You do have a badass truck.
And I'm not going to pay $40,000 for. I would never happen.
Nope.
I don't even care if I won like that $500 million lottery.
Yeah.
That I don't
Still
play.
no.
Still no. I wouldn't do it. No.
But I can assure you, I would have the entire antique collection for sure.
Like I'd have an island somewhere in a seaplane. That's what I would have.
But just think about it like this.
Are we going to find out you're on the Epstein list?
Shit, no.
Just think about it like this, though. $40,000 is fuck you money to somebody.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't care if I have $40,000 worth of fuck you money. I am not ever going to do that.
No,
with it.
there's no bottle that's going to be worth that to me.
No.
Now, what about paying $6,000 for it?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm
not a Scotch drinker. I know it's not Scotch, but I expect that from Scotch. Not.
Yeah, like the 25 years, the
no
Macallans and.
Nope.
The 52-year Macallan was somewhere.
What was that bottle that was on? What was that Shameless? Anybody watch that
$75,000.
show? There was some lady that was like dying on the show, and the guy, like the dad or whatever, like he convinced her to buy like a $15,000 bottle of Scotch, and like they like wasted most of it, like they were drinking on top of a building and the bottles pouring out and shit. Like it just didn't give a fuck. Like, it's the most absurd thing in the world.
You know, thinking about absurd things that are in TV. I've been, as David already knows, I talked to him earlier this week. I've been really into the Peaky Blinders, and I'm on season 5, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's just I love that show. I wish men still dress like that. I really, really do. I mean, it's just fantastic. But man, they drink a lot. They drink, smoke, and have sex and kill people a lot.
And the problem is?
That's not a healthy lifestyle.
Well,
damn, that's fun.
As evidenced by the life expectancy of people who live that way. But
Who's opinion that it's not a healthy lifestyle?
That may be like a throwback to that is kind of what I'm going for my groom's attire.
I told you, if you want me to be your best man, I'll dress just like it with you.
I bet you'd look damn sharp as that, actually.
What's that?
I bet you'd look sharp in a suit.
Yeah, we would look great. I mean, I would definitely look better than you, but it's
no. You know what you would? You would look smart.
I would look smart. You're right.
Gino with the soundboard over there.
Listen,
but no, it's a cool style.
David, it doesn't matter what you wear. When I take you to Tootsie's for your bachelor party, candy's still gonna sit on your face, so it's okay.
See, remember when I was telling you that I would do your bachelor party, and that's not where we would go?
He's like, yeah, we're just gonna hang out, have a few drinks. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. You know what Billy said though?
I think we need to plan a Whiskey Rebellion bachelor party for David, and then we all meet there.
This is gonna, I'm gonna wake up.
We're not doing the double. We're not doing dirty rap
on top of the hotel.
Hey, and I'm gonna live stream that shit.
While he's holding a spatula.
Oh man! So I got a question. I know everyone's been posting in every bourbon group the article that came out of Kentucky about the all these people getting busted, this major investigation going on with Justin's House of Bourbons in DC and in Kentucky and all the hinky bullshit that's going on.
I haven't read the article yet, to be honest with you. So you want to fill us in?
So when it was at 19 or so, there was Justin's House of Bourbons figured out how they could sell from DC over the internet. Portion of that. Oh, John.
You kill the crabs. And then it says there is a Bushmills pesky, I think he means Peaky Blinders release.
Yeah, there is.
There's.
Is it good or is it just a gimmick?
It's a gimmick.
Oh, I'm sure it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Bushmills to me is not a very good Irish whiskey.
Yeah, I'm kind of
if I'm going to have Irish whiskey, it's going to be Middleton's. Have that special, very special, rare bottle that's released every year, or
green dot, yellow dots.
Yeah, I was going to say the green dot. I've been looking for the blue dot. If I can ever find it, I will buy it. But I have never seen it in the wild.
I also enjoy Teelings.
Teelings is nice. I was going to say also Writer's Tears for kind of a $40 bottle.
Yeah,
it's pretty solid at that price point.
Yep.
I've always been a Tullamore guy.
Yeah, my wife is too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have some of that right now. Some Tullamore. That's kind of how I feel about that. But if you can get the porcelain bottle, that is freaking fantastic.
That is cool. That is cool.
Oh yeah. The little jug.
Yeah,
that's very cool. I mean, so I think just there's so many people looking into this. You got PA, that there's one buyer in PA that was selling Weller over to Justin's House of Bourbon, buying it in Ohio, buying it in PA, allegedly selling it to Justin's House of Bourbon. And then you throw in this whole wild card of they were getting 600 bottles from the Netherlands shipped into the United States of bourbon. And the people of Buffalo Trace were like, we don't know where you're getting that much from. Get us a sample of that bottle so that we can test it for
because they had a lot
of a fraud bottle.
They had so many bottles of the exported Blantons.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading about right now.
Yeah, and there was like, well, that's got to be Sazerac saying that's counterfeit.
It's got to be counterfeit.
Yeah, we didn't
and
sell that much to anybody.
That there may even be a counterfeit. They may even be counterfeits coming right out of Kentucky.
Yep.
I mean, there is so much depth to this article of shit that can go wrong in the bourbon industry.
And I think it's the tip of the iceberg too, because
well, hell, we talked about it last week with the toasted Blantons or whatever.
Right.
But
toasted what?
Blantons.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet?
They did not come out with the toasted Blantons.
It was just a joke bottle.
Don't let him off the hook like
that.
He could have been
sorry. I have a real
He would
job.
have been hunting for weeks for that.
No, I wouldn't have been hunting for it because I just don't care. I gave away a bottle in the box of Blanton's for Christmas this year, so I don't really care. Blanton's is Blanton's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Blanton's. I think it's solid. I'm not looking for it though.
Yeah.
Oh, but this was the new toasted blend.
I mean, there's
Hit the
just
bullshit
so
button.
many.
Where's the bullshit button?
So he had 620 bottles of blends.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just the regular blends, and then he had blends.
He had
Gold.
1,000
had-
bottles of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were all filled with H&H or what?
Probably. That's the thing. They don't know.
They talk about it right here that he may have been dealing with some widespread counterfeit of their products that was originating from the Netherlands.
Well, I think as a whole, even people in the secondary market really have
this
got to
job.
start.
Like, wait a minute, hold on a second here. So Buffalo Trace hired this retired FBI agent who worked counterfeits and stuff like that. He's tracking down all this, and they're paying for it. And he's going to the Netherlands and all that. I'm like, dude, that's the job. That would be the dream job.
Nice.
Like, that would be fun. Tracking down bourbon and then maybe sitting in some place and having to drink some and going,
sounds like an episode of Justify.
Yeah.
Well, and if you read in depth into the article, the way that the guys at Justin's House of Bourbon got nailed was just like guys from whatever walked in and said, "Hey, we want to buy this bottle. Can you ship it here?" And they said, "Oh, no, we really can't do that." Oh, okay. So the guy decided that the undercover said, "Okay, well, you know what? Let's crack this bottle. Let's try this bottle right here." So they're trying the bottle. They have a conversation as going through their conversation, and the guy goes, "Well, I can take that on my next trip up to DC, and I can have it sent from Justin's House of Bourbons in DC because we can ship from there." And that's how that's how this whole thing started with them starting this investigation.
He had 76 bottles of Blanton straight that had no Surgeon General's warning on it.
Yeah.
180 bottles from the Chinese market. 263 bottles of Weller Special Reserve.
Yep. There's so much shit that, I mean, it really makes you want to how can the secondary market be looking at these things and going, this is coming out. Am I really getting a bottle of blends from these flippers? Or am I getting a bottle of counterfeit now? Mm-hmm. How the hell do you know?
No, I don't know. I really don't know. That's a great question. You'd have to be someone that has like Chuck's palate to be able to know right away.
Well, yeah. Who's it's designed to sucker is someone who's never had a bottle before.
Yeah.
So how the hell would you know if what you got was real?
You wouldn't know.
Everybody's doing the waxing now too.
And that's also why Sazerac said they wanted a bottle of it to test to see if it was counterfeit or not. They got to test it.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
But I think it's just the tip. Tip of the iceberg.
By the way, if you ever look up on X Hamster or anything, just the tip, those are good videos. Anyway,
and he knows that for sure. Get on the website.
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't know.
He said it with confidence.
Don't Google that term on your work computers, folks. Okay.
Oh,
nuggets.
Man, I meant
not midgets, nuggets.
It's little people. Come on.
So I had somebody ask me the other day, Lil John said that we were in that meeting in our training class. And he goes, and it's military guys, so we're just constantly fucking with each other, as you guys can imagine. And he said, well, Jody's into dwarfs. I'm like, negative. I'm into midgets, and they're not the same. And I said it just like that, right? And the leader of the group, he started horse giggling, right? And he's like, "Oh my god, you guys just like you said it with like no reservation. You just said it,
absolute conviction."
And yeah, like you know how to tell the two apart. Apparently, I'm like, of course,
yeah.
I mean. Like, who does it?
So is your favorite midget porn star the guy who plays Willow?
No.
Is he like the Ron Jeremy?
That's funny. Oh man, Jeremy and midgets. Oh my God, we're all going to hell.
Zoom.
What's bad is we actually, I mean, at least
I
one of us on
needed
this
this
page
tonight. I'm
really,
sorry.
really like the little people, like the midgets. I really do think they're cute, you know.
Billy's like, I gotta go.
So now
I'm out of here. I'm packing this tent up. I am out of here.
he's like, I don't want any diversity, equity, inclusion complaint to Cafe 305.
I make sauce.
That's all I do.
sauce and
Just
spice.
make sauce.
Anyway,
Oh,
so back to the football game.
Oh man.
You guys.
Us guys.
Oh, speaking of
These
which,
guys.
a great flick on Netflix is You Guys. I think that's what it is.
You people.
You People,
You
yes.
People.
I watched that
What do you
last
mean, you
weekend.
people?
I laughed my ass off. That shit
Dude,
was
that
so
is
good.
hilarious.
Netflix? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Eddie
The guy
Murphy.
who was
saw
in what's the guy from Superbad?
It's Seth. Is it
Not Seth Rogen, the other one.
No.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill? That's right. It's
Jonah
Jonah
Hill.
Hill.
He
And
looks
Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is
Eddie Murphy was fucking
hilarious.
hilarious. He was really good. You People was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll check it out.
I will.
That was
passed
a
on
that was a good afternoon evening laugh. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it
Yeah,
immensely.
I did. That was really funny.
Sauce for men and women. See, that's the reason why our Clear Ice is not on here anymore. I mean, amongst other things, but that's the big
Yeah.
reason. However, I do miss his antics. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, he still shows up in Mexican.
He still shows up
He's
every
still here
week.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember when he would do all the like bringing the camera way up
He's
to
the ghost
yeah.
of Clear Ice Past.
Ghost of Clear Ice Past. All right, there you go. Anyway,
Oh, that's funny shit right there.
why don't you bring O'Shitty back? I miss O'Shitty.
Yeah, I missed those.
He's not on the road.
I'm not
He's
on the
here. Look at
road.
him.
This is
Look at that
O'Shitty
naughty
should be
pine.
sitting over
This
your
man is
shoulder
home.
all
He
the
needs to
time.
make a special guest appearance.
I know what a den in Pittsburgh looks like. That is it's clearly him at home.
Hold on.
Moist.
Oh, geez.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Oh, John.
things.
Oh,
Memories
geez.
I was not able to drink away.
That he wanted to have. Remember that time he wanted to have that argument about Trulies or whatever that he really liked.
I do remember that. Mm.
Oh, Jack Frost. I miss that guy.
Oh man. Maybe they'll have a Truly vodka for him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What was the
White-
thing? The White Claw? We're gonna
Yeah,
talk
is that
about
what it
that.
was?
That's
The
gonna be our
White
next
Claw.
one.
did it.
Yeah.
Truly's
Yeah.
right behind him, probably.
Yeah.
Well, he says mango Trulies are fire.
There it
Yeah.
is.
You
I'm
can't-
sure they
you
are.
can't- You know he's serious when you look at his profile picture.
I know.
There's O'Shitty.
There it is.
Mm.
There he
Oh
is.
shit, he's never far.
When I do intro videos again, or like I was thinking about doing shorts, I'll have to start doing them and make sure I do a cameo of Old Shitty again, like we did back in the day.
Mm.
Like
Indeed,
yeah.
indeed.
I put
Yeah, we
everybody
gotta.
starring, and then I put Old Shitty.
Oh shit, he's never
We
far,
should
my
do
friend.
that. We should do that. Because when we watch that intro video now, I'm like, it's a bunch of Blantons and a Willet pot still, and I'm like,
Yeah.
someone's gonna say something at some point.
Well, the video. I mean, first of all, we have it because it is a cool video, and it's
It is.
great
It is a
quality.
it is a professionally made video.
Yeah.
I respect that.
What I think you need to bring back is how you used to end it with that little blurb.
What is your
Oh,
name?
What
that was
is
great.
your name?
Yeah. You got to have that.
I mean,
back.
we could do that. We could
That's
add that.
gotta
We go back to
back.
brand. Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could probably play the video clip right at the end as we. Play
Yeah, like
it.
Because
when we
I
close
remember
out.
watching a lot of the older shows, and yeah, when that came on,
You could add
Laugh
Jody if you
my
still have
ass.
that. If you just have an edited like outro clip, we could completely just like this intro. You could do it the same way.
Well, I
can play
will.
out that
I will
way.
work on that this week and make sure you have it.
Word.
And then we put it in there and we put it in the bank. Yeah, that was hilarious. What
That was
is your
hilarious.
name? Tony.
Fuck you,
Fuck you,
Tony.
It's hilarious.
It's perfect.
It is what it is. Anyway, we're at the top of the hour, and there's some Peaky Blinders that I need to go get my episodes on, get my feel of.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
So, guys, it's been fun.
Fuck you, Tony.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know what? I'm gonna send the invite out to John next time because I think he needs to come on here one time with us and just be able to say hello and bring back the reality of why we don't have him on here anymore.
You also just made his Christmas wish come true. You hear that, Mr. Baker? Straight from the horse's mouth. Or the mule's mouth, as it is.
Yep. Anyway, guys, everybody have fun. As Billy would say, but he left because of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
He was working.
No, he left because he
pitching a tent, I think.
Yeah.
Pitching a tent. That could be taken so different ways.
Yes, it could.
Just wait till you get down there.
Oh, man.
Cool. We'll send it out to Mr. Baker, Jack Frost, and we'll bring old Jack Frost on for an episode. Have him tell us how he's doing. Hopefully he hadn't had COVID anymore. Anyway, guys, always fun, always real.
Might have man, you gotta you're cut off, first of all. More than one viewer.
That freaking Truly is on fire.
That's
Mango is where it's at, man.
Yes.
He's freaking pulling a freaking Biden on us, just randomly saying things. Like
Words together make sense. It's all good.
Dude, I watched that for 5 minutes and I went and did the dishes. I was that bored.
Oh, you're talking about the State of the Union?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that at all.
No.
I just that guy. I mean, I know there's people out there love him, and I get it, and that's fine. But you don't need to yell or whisper or whatever. I don't need all that. Matter of fact, why can't you send it in an email? Just send me an email.
Yeah, because I can create a filter that just deletes the frick out
or
of that.
Imagine if it was one of those read options where you could read it and you could pick maybe an Australian person to read his voice to us. That would be entertaining to me.
That would be
right?
cool.
He just could have sent it to that chat GBT and they just could have created a whole AI around them.
I don't think they could. I don't think they would know what the words were.
No.
You'd be surprised what that thing can do.
Oh, I know. And that's coming out through Bing, which is Microsoft is getting ready to launch it.
Yeah, they're making a competitor, right?
Right. So Bing is going to be like the new thing. You know?
No.
That's cool. Let them compete. Let them innovate.
Yeah, let them do their thing. Bing tried that before, and it's like, really?
I think it's going to be something. I really do. I think it's going to revamp Bing. But we're talking about some random nonsense now. So
it's all beautiful.
Well,
gentlemen,
just remember.
Oh yeah, we don't do politics. Never mind. Sorry, John.
Just remember, more than half the women in his administration are women.
That was funny when he said that.
There you go.
And the other ones need pronouns. So
that's right.
Love you guys.
Still love you.
Be good to yourselves.
Later, my brothers. Be good to yourselves. Cheers.
Cheers.